key to any role that you apply. So I have to repeat that one. The other thing that I look for is I want to know in an interview, why does the person want that job? And if you can't tell me why you want that job, you're not going to get that job. And I do that either internally or externally. Even internal applicants, if I don't have a pretty good grasp of why that person wants that job, they can express that. If they thought about it when in their decision process to apply for a job, either internally or externally, they should be able to rationalize and to explain why they want that job. I'm not necessarily looking for what their reason is. I want to know why. You know the difference, that they thought about for themselves why they wanted the job, as opposed to just applying for a job because it was available, or paid $5,000 more, or was 10 minutes closer to home. And those could all be very, very valid reasons for that person. But I want to know why. I want to know, I have interest to know, and that differentiates the person who's just job shopping from the person who's looking for a career, is really committed to make that position work. The other advice I have is, today when we interview, I know if you heard of behavioral description type of interviews, we ask, tell us about a time when you did this. Tell us about a time when you worked as part of a team. Tell us about a time when you contribute to the bottom line. The reason we ask those questions is that past behavior are very good predictors of future behavior. So we want to know how we did in the past to see what we can expect you to do in the future. Don't embellish, but share those experiences. Don't say, oh, I haven't done that, this is what I would do. Like, we really don't care what you would do. We really care what you have done. And the examples, the questions they're put today, they're not necessarily, if you don't have a lot of work experience, they're not always related to jobs. You can relate them to how you worked in the team, in the school project, in a sports team that you played with, in a volunteer opportunity you had. So the questions are broad enough that you can bring in the examples. But if you have a question, if you're presented with a question that asks you to tell them about an experience, an example, show an example of something you did on how you can contribute it, make sure you answer it with an example. Practice, like mock interviews are a great way of practicing for an interview. And finally, at the end, we always look at how does that person, like we have